everybody. Welcome to Late Night with Alana. It's off the 11 a.m., but don't worry, you're still up. We're about to talk about some interesting stuff, so we're going to keep you up. So first we have Brother Nature. Say hi, Brother Nature.
Hello.
Hello. And then
How's
we
it
have
going?
his apprentice.
Hello.
Hi, apprentice. And so today we'll be talking about a little bit of everything, but I know everybody wants to talk about those tweets that you posted about, 10 years ago? You're about 12 years old, 20 now, so
Yeah.
it was a while ago.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, would you mind if we said what those tweets were?
Yeah.
Some of the
I
stuff.
want to get it clear,
All right, so we have some tweets that we can say on air. TL stopped loading. Too many coons on my TL. That's why. Hail Hitler. Want to hear a joke? Women's rights. Like, how do you feel about these tweets that happened years ago?
Well, I was like 12 years old when I put these tweets out. And you know how people just, don't know what they're saying
Because
when
they had
they're
to go
young.
searching for them things. Because those were your personal Twitter page, not your Brother Nature Twitter page, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, how do you feel about it, Apprentice?
I honestly feel like they were looking for it. Like they were just like digging.
Right.
Yeah, like he's making success. Like he's verified on Twitter. Like many
got that
followers.
check mark. You official when you get that check mark. I haven't got a check mark yet. I'm still waiting on my follow me. Okay. But yeah, so I think the big thing that Twitter had a problem with was like a lot of them were separated. Like, oh, Brother Nature's cut off. Oh, Brother Nature's still cool. Like, how do you feel about that? Some of Twitter went to canceling you, and some of them were like, that was years ago. So.
I mean, I can understand how people are angry and they feel really offended about these tweets. And I understand, I could see why they would want to cut me off from Twitter and like
even replace you with the new Brother Nature. You see that guy?
Yeah.
That guy, right? Right. Anyway.
I mean, I wouldn't blame them for wanting that, but you gotta understand.
Yeah.
I was 12 years old at the moment.
Right.
I was trying to get attention.
Because I bet you if we looked through any of these people's tweets when they were 12 years old, like, I'm sure they would have been barred, cut off, and all that from Twitter. I know I have endless tweets like, I hate my dad, F my mom, she said I can't eat no cake, whatever.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to talk about other celebrities' tweets so we can get it's not just you. A lot of people have said stuff on Twitter, but that's what it is. It's a social media platform where people can let stuff out. And sometimes it has an after effect and sometimes it doesn't. So I know we have Jaden Smith. He said if everybody in the world dropped out of school, we would have a much more intelligent society. How do you feel about that tweet? You think true, false?
Well, maybe he was just thinking that there was like a whole different way for like school, but like you gotta know at least some things.
Yeah, yeah. And he also, they're called, high tweets. I know it was trending on Twitter when he's stuff like, how can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real? And if newborn babies could speak, they would be the most intelligent people on the planet. Like, I think he was smoking dope. I'm pretty sure he was smoking dope. How do you feel about that, Apprentice?
Oh, what does he mean about newborn baby speaking?
I don't know.
It just popped out.
It doesn't make any sense. It just, I'm just going to move on. Shout out to Will Smith, though. You fine as hell. So we have Mary J. Blige, where she said, why is it that people always try to understand, estimate my intelligence? They should never do that. I haven't been on ... So instead of underestimated, she put understand, estimate. I don't even think that's her fault. I really feel like Twitter just needs to edit. Edit so you can edit tweets.
Yeah.
It's 2018. You got three-way FaceTime, but you can't edit a tweet? I'm just going to move on. Mary, it's not your fault. We did this on test plenty of times, right? That autocorrect. Then we got CeeLo Green's, his rape commentary tweet saying, if someone is passed out, they're not even with you consciously, so with implies consent.
What?
So saying basically if they're with you, then they want to have sex, even though they're, unconscious.
Did I hear this right?
That's a reach.
Did I hear that right?
That's a little bit. That's a little bit of a reach.
It's a little messed up. These are grown. They aren't 12-year-olds. They're grown, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
they're already conscious enough to know what they're talking
they're grown.
about.
Look, he was on The Voice. He knows what's up. He knows how to be on live TV. Do better, CeeLo. He got good songs though. Shout out to CeeLo. Okay. So I think this is probably the worst tweet because it has to do with a lot of drunk driving. I was in a drunk driver's accident, so I know it affects people differently. But even Bow Wow, you know, people have a love and hate relationship with Bow Wow. How do you feel about Bow Wow? Because I know a lot of people were like, oh, Bow Wow's washed up, Bow Wow's this. But, you know, I ain't never had nobody show me all the things you just show me in a special way you feel. When you're home, we don't always be together, baby. That's what you told me and I believe it because I ain't never had nobody do me like, you still jamming? But back to serious. Okay, so he said, I'm effed up. Oh, damn. Why I drive the Lambo? Chris might have to drive after next spot. Honestly, I think Bow Wow got enough money to be driving Lambos drunk. Like, Drake can do it. He had one floating around his concert, but I don't know if Bow Wow can do it. Have you ever, y'all guys ever drunk drive? You only 20.
Like, no.
And you,
Well,
but you're only 20 and you're both like 17.
yeah.
So, yeah, you can't really drink drive.
But
know y'all
even
be.
if I was, you know, like over 21, I wouldn't drunk drive.
I feel like there's too much. You got Lyft, you got Uber, you got a cell phone to call your friend.
There's a lot of alternatives.
It's a lot of alternatives. It's ridiculous. So I think we're done with these tweets. I'm not going to throw them because, you know, paper, Mother Earth. So I think one thing we're going to go over is back to your situation. Because, you know, we had a little break, but back to your situation with the tweets and stuff. Did you hear from Canella and what she felt about your tweets? Like, I know you spoke to her.
She was pretty sad about it.
Yeah.
Her and her kids, you know, they've been gone for some days. They didn't want to see me.
Silent treatment.
I've been driving around the neighborhood trying to find them, but
Yeah.
Canella, she didn't want to see me.
She ain't gonna be. Have you seen Canella Apprentice? No. No.
I may have seen her with Canalita, but
Yeah, they doing their own thing. Okay, so back to like a fun question. If you had to be an animal, like you off some Brother Nature, you know, Brother Bear type stuff, you had to turn into any animal, what would it be? First you, Brother Nature.
I've been thinking about this a whole lot, you know, and I don't know, I probably want to be something that could move around a lot. Maybe like a tiger.
A tiger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
what about
maybe
you?
a bird.
A
Sorry.
bird or a
Yeah.
tiger? It's a big difference. Maybe a bird tiger. You just
A tiger with
F
wings.
it, just mix it. Just
There you
mix
go.
it, you know. Screw it. I want to be a panther / jaguar / koala bear / kangaroo. You don't know what that gonna look like, but I'm gonna be a bear bee. Okay. Next you, Apprentice.
I'll probably say I have to be a wolf.
A wolf.
Yeah.
Would you be in a pack, or would you be on some lone wolf? You know, walk your.
Oh no, I'll be a pack, all
A
alpha,
pack?
all alpha.
Oh, a pack full of alphas.
Nah,
No?
I'm the alpha.
You're
You
the
the
alpha?
alpha.
Yeah,
I'm about
I'm
to say
the
pack
alpha.
full of alpha. Y'all all gonna die. Yeah.
What?
All y'all gonna kill each other. A pack full of alphas? Think about it. That's not gonna work
I
out.
was just saying I'm the alpha.
You the alpha.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's cool. That's cool, but a pack full of alpha. I don't know about that. I think the animal I would be, no, not even animal. I would be like a fly.
A fly.
Because you never see me coming. You know, I just run it up, get your tea, turn back into a human, and then, you know, it's on my shelf.
What?
It's going to make money, right?
They only had 3 days to live, though.
But every time I turn back to a human, I get another 3 days after that.
What if you forget?
To turn back to a human?
I didn't know we could turn back to a human. I
Oh,
thought
yeah,
we were,
it's like
being
a whole,
fly,
you know, he
the
wants to be a
animal.
wolf human. You know,
Sound
he
like a
could turn back
werewolf.
to a
A
werewolf.
werewolf.
There we go. You can be, what was your thing again?
A tiger.
A
or like
tiger bird?
bird.
A tiger bird. I don't think you can turn into a human. You be into, you know, humble pie. One or the other, you know? All right, and next thing we want to talk about is one thing that's really killing me is how people are like, I don't know. I just really feel like I'm disappointed in the Twitter community and how they just came for you like that. Like, there's so many, like this with CeeLo Green, his rape comments, and Trump in his tweets. Like, it's just too much. Like, Twitter has gone from, like, when I was younger, you can do whatever you want, say whatever you want, to people just sensitive. Like, just so sensitive. And it's ridiculous. I just feel like I mean, do you feel that Twitter is sensitive now, or do you feel like it's just
I feel
the
like
same?
people have been getting a lot more sensitive
Mm.
since like before, because before people were just like, yeah, that's the thing, but I don't really mind. But now that
It's like, oh
I
my
guess,
God, we have to ruin their whole life.
yeah, if they point out something, it like they get some attention from that. So that's what people try to do.
Like that one kindergarten teacher. Y'all remember that kindergarten teacher who was like really curvy, and they was like, oh, she shouldn't be wearing stuff like that to school,
Yeah.
and then she ended up being fired. And it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
that's somebody's job, but like they don't care because they're all internet trolls, and they'll give 2 Fs like.
People
Whatever.
just try to find faults in everything they can see. Like everything they can find, they just like, oh, he did this wrong, or like he said this like 10 years ago. Like
10 years ago, like they was real life searching. Like I don't even think I could go through my tweets from 10 years ago. I think that would take me like literally 10 years to do. Like it's just too much. Like all the retweets, I think I retweet more than I tweet. Can y'all retweet that?
I'll
It
retweet.
flew right over y'all head. Y'all get that way. But it's okay. I think the next topic we'll talk about is never have I ever. But it's going to be like with a twist because that's going to have to do with y'all. So it's like never have I ever, I'm going to go first. Like never have I ever taken like a nature trail. And if you have, then you'll be like, yeah, I have. If not, you'll be like, yeah, me either. But we should go do that. So have you ever taken like a nature trail or anything like that?
I walked on I went on a
You walk
hike.
with Canelo a lot. Well, you
Yeah.
used to. Then the
Animals
tweets
would
came
just be
out.
like, just come up to me.
They just come up to you.
Squirrels.
Squirrels?
Squirrels be coming up to me.
Have you ever seen a black squirrel?
Yeah, but
You know what I call it? A Negro squirrel.
ooh, I can't say that. I'm sorry, I can't say that.
You can't say that. All right. I think I've also seen a red squirrel. You know what I call that?
What?
A rojo squirrel.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were gonna come up with something
I thought it was
bad.
gonna be fancier
Yeah.
than that.
No. You said you can't. I'm trying to be, trying to be
All
good.
right. Right.
All right. So, never have I ever
He didn't get to say about his hike.
about his what?
The trail, the nature trail.
Nobody cares about him. He's just the apprentice.
Hey, please don't disrespect
Oh, look at
him.
you standing up for him. You the one that has shady tweets, so it would be nice with me. You on my show. So, next we'll talk about your Twitter page. So I heard the old Twitter page that you had, you deleted it and put it as private. Was that to block all the people from going through other tweets, or just because you wanted to keep yourself have like a public page and like a personal page?
Well, I put on private so that people wouldn't get offended anymore. Like if they would find anything else that would be offended, I make sure to delete anything, that would be offended. And I take full responsibility for what I've said before. People change, people's minds change, people learn. So
Yeah, because that stuff about Hitler, like, it's not even like, come on, that was like way before your time. It's not like you really cared about that. So, what about you, Apprentice? Did you see the tweets before he told you, or how did you find out about the tweets?
I found out like everybody else.
Really?
It was like, oh, he's trending. I'm like, oh, new video coming out. Hey,
Yeah.
feeding Canela strawberries some more again. Then I read the tweets. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. It's just, I think when it came out, and the crazy thing is, when it came out, your fame was just literally starting to go up. You started traveling. You started doing more stuff. Like, I seen you on, like, award shows and all that. Like, I feel like they just got to bring a man down. Like, Twitter can never let anybody succeed because everybody's just lonely and trolling on Twitter,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you want to say anything to anybody, all the haters out there? You want to talk to camera too? Tell all the haters what you want to,
Well, I'm sorry for everything I've said before. All the comments, the other tweets that I've said. I take full responsibility for what I've said. 12-year-old me said, and I've learned now that things like that aren't acceptable. So, from bottom of my heart, I apologize, and to all my animal friends too, I apologize too.
Alrighty, boys and girls. It's the end of our show, The Late Night with Alana, but come back tomorrow, 11 a.m., and then we'll have another show featuring maybe Bow Wow and CeeLo and his wild tweets. But we'll see. Everybody tune in tomorrow. Bye.